Hey guys, welcome to the channel. I tried to do this last night, but for some reason Microsoft Flight Simulator just gave me fits. It just would not connect. So I ended up getting it to work in Discord by turning on a VPN. And for some reason it kind of bypassed the connection that I had to Microsoft, and it worked. So anyway, I spent a little time flying around on Discord yesterday. So a couple guys got a preview of this flight, and then I tried right away this morning, first thing, and it worked. So, we did on Sunday last week, or the beginning of this week, we did some flying on Discord, and it turned into like this 7 or 8 hour flight session. And a lot of people came in, and we went flying over home fields, and we had a great time. It was a lot of fun. So I thought it'd be kind of cool to do some more of these sightseeing type tours. And I thought, we're better to start than the Xjet Field. And I looked, and sure enough, Tokoroa was listed on Microsoft Flight Simulator, and I thought, oh man, we got to do that. So anyway, Martin, all business today. Glad you made it early. Hey, Don landed. Yeah, that's right, man, landed. We're going to do an Xjet landing too. We're going to do a landing Xjet style. And then FL Engineer, I did read the NOTAMs, and I also did a check flight, and there's no X's on the runway. So I think we're clear to go. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead, and I don't know where Ron is. He might be... Well, you know what? Before we take off, why don't we just go look? You guys want to see it. I mean, one thing I noticed, it looks like they have the tower in the wrong location. We were talking about this last night, and the tower... First off, they didn't do a great job rendering the tower, of course. That's one of the downsides. But here's the go-kart track. And when you do Google Earth, you can see this pretty clearly over the top. There's the go-kart track, which is kind of cool. And yeah, here are the sheds, or the hangars, or the workshops, or whatever you want to call them. And I think this is where they hang. This is pretty close to where they hang out when they show up to fly. This is where you see the cars cutting across, and they park somewhere right in this area. And again, the tower, that's Microsoft's rendition of the tower, but they obviously didn't get that right. So unfortunately, but that's okay. I thought we would get on the runway. Yeah, check out the little taxi turnabout here. Just let you just do a little loop to get set back up on final. You make the turn, and then you come back out on the runway, and you take off. So I thought it'd be fun just to do a little flight at Xjet Field, Tokoroa. Gotta rename it Xjet Field, really. It's probably given that place more press than they would have ever got on their own, right? I'll try and get it turned around, and we'll launch. And I thought what we'd do first is fly around Tokoroa, the town, get a look at that, and then we come back and play around at the airport. And then I did a little sightseeing tour, and I thought you guys might like to see some of the other things that it'd be really cool if we got to see in real life with some FPV. But let's get this thing off the ground. Let's go for a ride. There goes the rudder. Definitely some torque on the motor. Look at the rudder I got kicked in to hold this thing straight with that motor application. Then off the ground, it'll straighten out. That's just to keep it near the center line. Anyway, off the ground, and this is one of the first things I noticed when I went flying over here is the mountains off to the southeast. So that's kind of interesting to me, and we're going to go over there in a little while. But I figured we'd take a little tour of the town first. So there's a good look at the field, and I will spin the camera around so you guys can get a better look outdoors. There's the go-kart track, all the hangars. Xjet Field, man. Where it all happens. And then there's the town of Tokoroa. And I don't know the area, but it looks like a main drag over here on the east side of town that just runs the full length. And then I did a little bit of flying around earlier, and I think this is like the commercial district in town. So this is where you go to McDonald's or the hobby store, apparently. It's bigger than I thought. I never looked at it on Google Maps before, but yeah, the town is definitely a little bigger than I thought it would be. Definitely tucked away out in farmland, that's for sure. Farms all around the place. Then quite a bit of residential. I wonder what all these people do for a living. I've always wondered that when you see little towns like this out in the middle of nowhere, what all the population does to earn an income. It's always been a question of mine. I started thinking about that question when I was riding motorcycles in Ohio. You go through all these little towns and there's not huge, but pretty, population. And there's nothing there. There's no industry. There's no skyscrapers, no banking centers. I always wondered what people did for a living in little towns like that. Anyway, there's the little town of Tokoroa. Now we can go back over the field. So now you guys get an idea. It's actually a pretty good sized town. I haven't looked up the population, but it's a pretty good sized town. Definitely bigger than I thought it would be. I'm going to get the camera aimed ahead and we'll set up for an approach. This is an FL engineer asked if I checked the NOTAMs. And I checked and I didn't see any X's on the runway, either on the runway or before the runway. There were no X's placed, so we get to land. I also didn't see any planes flying, which was too bad. That would have been cool if we could have saw some cars parked out there flying. So here's the approach that all those troublesome civilian pilots take when they're creating problems at Xjet Field. All right, we're going to do a flyover Xjet style. There you go. That give Bruce something safety concern. Straight up climb. Let's do a hammerhead. Not quite. The physics on this aren't exactly the same you get with an RC plane, but I tried. So there you go, man. There's Tokoroa Field. Let's do it. I'm going to do a literal bounce. I'm just going to bounce the wheels. Bounce off the ground, back up. All right. I thought I would show you guys one other thing that I thought was really kind of cool when I first loaded this field up and I went flying around. I got off the ground heading east, and one of the first things that grabbed my attention were those mountains off in the distance. You know, Bruce has all the gear, man. He's got all the goggles, all the planes, all the batteries. I kind of wonder, you know, with the nonsense that goes on at that field sometimes with the government and with the CAA, why, I don't know if it's possible, but I kind of wonder why he doesn't come out here and do video. I think it'd be really cool on FPV. I know I would definitely take a trip out here with some stuff to see about doing some flying, man. But I'll show you the mountains. I'm not familiar. I'm not a local, obviously. I don't have the accent. But these mountains over here to the east, they're very cool. And there's some really neat flying to do just on the other side. And I think it's, I'll turn around and look, but I think the field is only 6 miles from here. So the thing that'd be perfect about it in this area is he's right outside that 5-mile radius for the airport for no flying, no flying within a radius. I'm not clued in on the specifics of Kiwi drone law, but 5 miles seems to be a universal standard. But look at this area coming up here. And obviously some of this stuff is private. There's no doubt about that. But I think some of it's also got to be public too. But you're kind of out here in the woods, and look, there's access roads down here. If you see off the right wingtip, there are roads to get out here. So it's not like this is not desolate. You know, it's not rustic. There are roads. Man, I think it'd be really cool if Bruce came out. Wait till you see. We're not even at the cool part yet. But I think it'd be really cool if he came out here and did some sightseeing. Angel, this is a Microsoft Flight Simulator. MSFS 2020. There it is. So you see that now. I'm going to turn around here just to get a bead on the airport, just to see how far we are, because it should show me at this point. Maybe, nope, it's not giving me the little indicator. Oh well. I can see the light though. The light's straight off the nose, so yeah, it's directly off the nose. So I don't really think that's more than about 5 miles. I don't know. I'd have to measure it in Google Maps. Even if it were a little longer, so what? It'd be worth it. So check this out. We're getting there. We're getting there. I'm heading for this river right off the nose. And like I said, man, I've already flown this a couple times, and it's really, really cool. You guys should lobby Bruce to go fly the river southeast of the field on FPV. So here's some kind of clearing. Looks like they're clearing trees. I don't know, but yeah, they're definitely clearing. Maybe they're building a new neighborhood or a new settlement out here. But look, there's roads. You see the roads? You can definitely get out here. I mean, it actually looks like it might even be a kind of a nice drive. Oh, that road ends off a cliff. Dave, you get 8 channels. So Dave wants to know if you can map as many as you want. You get 8 channels. So you have to figure out what you can do in 8. And obviously with this sim, that's not enough. So unfortunately, it'd be nice if they up that to 16 for a joystick. But okay, here's the river. And again, I don't know this river. Maybe someone can get on Google Maps and check it out. But this little river, whatever it is, man, wait till you see this. So I'm gonna start getting low because we're gonna fly this river, and you'll watch and see. There are definitely, again, I know some of this is private property. Wherever you see a house or wherever you see the soil's been managed, that's gonna be private for sure. But I can assure you there have to be places along this river that have to be public. I'd be shocked if they weren't. Let me put it that way. I can't say for sure. I don't live there. I don't really know. But it seems to me like some of the areas along this little river would definitely be public. So yeah, I mean, I would just take a car out and park right there in that green field and then put a plane and just fly up and down the river. Line of sight, of course. Line of sight. No higher than 300 feet, obviously. 399.9 feet. And even though if you sat right on the edge of the river, you could have a crossfire or dragon link that would go for a very long way down this river. You'd never leave line of sight, of course. Yeah, that would be really cool. Hey, you know, for all I know, he does this every Saturday, but he doesn't post the videos, which is smart, maybe, for all I know. But look how cool this is, man. Could you imagine flying, getting an FPV plane out here and just cruising like this and flying along the river? And this is like simulating a full-size plane, so... The physics, they try and get the physics arranged for full size. Look at that little hill right in front of us, the tree hill. That's kind of weird. But that's Earth. You get stuff like that. Yeah, look at this, man. And even off the left wing tip. Look, watch the left-hand side. You can see access roads. There's cars all over the place. There's a neat little bridge. Look at this park-looking area here on the right. This green grass, I mean, I don't know if that's public or not. I wonder. But look at that. And here's a dam. I think it'd be really cool if he'd come out here and fly and do a little FPV footage. Look at this green space right here off the right wingtip. I mean, just flying. You could just come out here and fly FPV and look at how cool this looks. You're away from the airport. There's not going to be any civil aviation in the area because these hills, they're going to be well above that. Yeah, man, this would be cool. Well, if I ever get an opportunity to go to New Zealand, I'll bring a plane and go check this out. Yeah, here's another. Look at this area right here. I mean, that looks to me like it could be public land. Like, nope, it doesn't look like. I don't see any facilities. You know. Anyway, I thought you guys would get a kick out of that. I saw those mountains, and you know, where I came from in Arizona, where we had mountains, we'd try and go fly. And because it's always scenic, you know. I think that's my attraction to it, is it's always very scenic. All right, let me pull up the map and see where we are to get back. Oh, that map is right in my face. I have to move that. Can't see the plane. All right. I think I have to turn. Yeah, I got to turn to the right. Turn to the right. We'll head back to the field, and we'll go terrorize the Xjet field. We have to do an Xjet landing, too. We can't forget that. We got to do an Xjet landing. I'll turn to the northwest and see if I can pick up the lights on the field again. There's supposed to be a flight school around here somewhere, too. That'd be fun to go figure that out. There it is. I got the runway. I got it. Right off the nose now. I don't know if you guys can see it in the video, but there's a white and green beacon. Those things are awesome for helping find a runway. I can see it. I can see it on the sim. So yeah, very scenic out here. I mean, even if he just came to this point and flew around here, you could do some neat mountainside flying in this area. That'd be kind of cool. And it's really not that far. I mean, gosh, how far could this be? Yeah, right in this area. This green space down here. You come out here and park, and there are some YouTube channels that's what they do. They go out to areas just like this. They get on these hillsides like this, and they just launch. And they fly around and film it. There's a lot of them that do that, actually. Well, I don't know about a lot, but I know at least a couple. You guys have the field yet? Oh, it says it now. So 4.5 miles from here. Okay, so maybe 10 miles. Maybe a 10-mile ride. All right, you know we're gonna have to go. We're gonna have to go buzz the field and do stuff at the field, right? We got to goof off a little bit. It wouldn't do justice to the Xjet guys if we didn't have an incident. Let's see if I can get myself lined up for the runway a little better. Yeah, this is I guess at this point they're probably notified on the field to stop flying because they've got an airplane inbound. Time to start slowing down. Probably a little low for final, but I don't really care. It's a short runway, so I'm going to grease it in. All right, here we go. There's the runway. I've got it. I need to slow down. I could use flaps in this plane. Need a little more drag. Oops. I didn't mean to get off the ground again. That was a little too much elevator. Overshot it. Didn't get on the brakes fast enough. And I got off the ground. That didn't help. Well, there's an Xjet landing, I guess. Not quite on the runway. Alright. Yeah, let's see here. Oh, that's the problem. My brakes didn't apply. Okay. That's that. Let's do a little Xjet style flying at the field. Why not? Again, this is not an RC plane, so the physics aren't quite the same, but I can't do a knife edge in this one. It doesn't hold. I've tried. It doesn't hold. This would be your first person RC flying at Tokoroa. Gain a little airspeed, come back, and we'll do a loop. We could do a Cuban 8. That'd be fun. Well, there we go. There's our RC flying fun at Xjet Field or Tokoroa Field. Maybe we need an Xjet landing. We got to do. You guys want to see an Xjet landing, right? If you do, hit the like button. There's only 18 watching. I thought there'd be more interest in this one, but in any case, hit the like button, and let's get an Xjet landing done. Here we go. I'm gonna put it down right on the canopy. I'm gonna try and do it right in front of the hangars. Can I make it? There we go. There's the Xjet landing. Oh man. Someone is filing a report to CAA as we speak. That's right. Put it on a trailing piece of string. I'm gonna go back and check some questions. I was kind of watching the flying and not hitting the questions real hard. So let me scroll back just a little bit and see what you guys are asking about. All right, where's Ron? The exits are optional. Yeah, well, if you're not supposed to land, they're not optional. Let's see. The wing sim has Tokoroa. I like flying along the go-kart track. Yeah, they do, and we tried that last night, but when I was in Microsoft, it had just a little bit more to go check out. So it had the town and the mountains. So I thought that was kind of neat. So maybe, yeah, that flight school is nearby. I'll have to do some Googling and figure out where that thing is, but it's not too far away. Angel, what sim? We covered that. This is Microsoft 2020. No, sorry, buddy. This one's not free. There's a link for Microsoft Flight Simulator in the description if you want it, but I'll warn you guys. You have to have a little bit of a graphics card. Here, let me turn the audio down on the sim. We're done messing with that. I'll just get that out of the way. There we go. So yeah, you do have to have a little bit of a graphics card if you decide to use Microsoft Flight Simulator. Yeah, definitely hit the like button. That's good. RCVR Marshal, are you able to map? Nope, we covered that one. Simulator name. Okay, we covered that. 35 US for the basic version. That's for wings, Martin. I think the basic version I think is 60. I think it's 60. RCR Marshall, if you fly a few feet off the ground, look like you're going much faster, lower inverted. Come on. Yeah, oh, that wasn't low enough. That was low enough, wasn't it? I got pretty low. That's pretty low. I think I got down there. All right. All right, guys. Well, hey, look, I hope you guys if you want, I can reset it if you guys want to see anything else at the field, but I could just reset it real quick. It doesn't take long once you're in it to reset it. If there's anything else you guys want to see, but yeah, I thought it was kind of cool, man. There's so many, so many Xjet videos. I thought it was neat to be able to get out there and go see what I wanted to see, because most of the filming is done from a pretty fixed spot. So I thought, unless they're doing FPV, if they're doing FPV. So yeah, it's kind of cool to get out there and get a look at where so much YouTube content has been generated. I thought it was cool. I kind of wonder. I wonder what the logic was of putting a go-kart track right here. I guess just a open piece of land out in the middle of nowhere. Maybe off the edge of town. I guess. So yeah, that's the go-kart track. And the tower. We were talking about this last night. I think the tower is supposed to be. I think it's supposed to be over here. I think the tower is supposed to be on this side of these hangars. I'll have to get in. I'll have to go watch a video and look, see if I can find it. But yeah, I think the tower is supposed to be right in this area somewhere. Right here, I think. And then this was definitely, there's drainage right here. There's the drainage. So it doesn't manifest itself as disturbance on the ground, but that is definitely drainage. So no doubt about that. That's there. And then when Ron shows up, this is where Bruce always catches him. He's driving across the yard. they just drive across this field right here. Every time Ron shows up in his little blue Nissan, he comes right across here, and then he pulls in and parks and unloads. And I think this is where they fly. I'm not sure which one of these buildings is his, but yeah, that's it, man. That's the field. That's where they fly from. So. All right. I didn't see any questions or any specific requests, so I think we can wrap it there. I hope you guys liked the video. I thought it was kind of fun to go out and hang out at the Xjet field, and maybe they'll get a chance to see this and throw us a few comments or explain some things as they look at the video. So, well, I hope you guys liked the little sightseeing tour and had a little fun, and I did. I thought it was kind of fun to get out and kind of tour around. So if you did, make sure you hit a like on the video, leave a comment afterwards. And if you're not a subscriber to the channel, do that too. That always helps video placement as the channel grows. So thanks for taking a little Tokoroa tour with me. Hope you guys had a good time. That's all I've got for today. Take it easy.